Slap. Wait. Click it out. Click. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the poetry reading with Shwetha A. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hi, Richard. Hi, Deena sir. Hi, Martina. Thanks for joining after a long gap. Wow, what a beautiful uh, day to have you. Let's begin our show. Let us begin with uh, Colonel Gopal Purdhani, sir, who's a veteran and army personnel. Let's hear from him what he has to say in the form of poetry. Gopal sir,
Can I
please.
can I start, Prasanna ji?
जी जी बिल्कुल sir.
Dear friends, last Sunday I had just come out from the hospital from ICU for 5 days. I was there in ECU, which is cardiac care unit, and I want that I should be active. I should be in touch with you all till I leave. Prasanna ji, this is my wish. Till I leave, I want to be with you. Today, with your permission, as I always recite my poems in Hindi and Urdu mix, which is called Hindustani, that language I'm going to recite. First of all, there are a few four-liners, and what I am writing these days only on life and nothing else. तो मैंने अर्ज किया है कि आसान जिंदगी है, इसे मुश्किल ना बनाओ। आसान जिंदगी है, इसे मुश्किल ना बनाओ। ना डरो किसी से, और किसी को ना डराओ।
शिला
ना डरो किसी से और किसी को ना डराओ। इन रॉकेट मिसाइलों की क्या जरूरत है? खुद समझो इस बात को और औरों को समझाओ। इन रॉकेट मिसाइलों की क्या जरूरत है? खुद समझ जाओ, औरों को भी समझाओ। एक और है फोर लाइनर्स कि माफ करना कि ये हमारे दिल की हिमाकत है। हिमाकत होता है गलती, जानबूझ के गलती करना। माफ करना ये हमारे दिल की हिमाकत है। गलती से गलती करना इंसानी आदत है। क्या करें, एक जगह दिल टिकता ही नहीं। सच कहा हमारी बुकत, सच कहा हमारी बुकत, कहाँ बकरार की जरूरत है। There are small two-liners in very simple language. हिंदी में उसको बोलता है चलती लैंग्वेज। टू लाइनर्स, मैंने कहा कि हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख और ईसाई मुझे तो लगते हैं भाई भाई, मुझे तो लगते हैं भाई भाई। एंड नाउ आई विल रिसाइट अ वेरी शॉर्ट पोएम। एक छोटी सी पोएम में लिख रहा है और वो मैं पेश करना चाहता हूँ। वो है कि जिंदगी की को कंपेयर किससे किया जा सकता है। हिंदुस्तान में बहुत बड़ी लड़ाई हुई थी, जंग हुई थी, युद्ध हुआ था महाभारत का। उसमें 18 करोड़ से भी ज्यादा लोग मरे थे उस जंग में। तो जंग का कोई विकल्प नहीं है, जंग कोई विकल्प नहीं है जिंदगी का। उसके ऊपर मैंने लिखा है कि जीवन महाभारत का दूसरा रूप है। जीवन महाभारत का दूसरा रूप है। युग परिवर्तन ही जिसका स्वरूप है। शरीर मेरा कुरुक्षेत्र का मैदान है, तबाही ही जिसका परिणाम है। महाभारत धर्म और धर्म की जंग थी। महाभारत धर्म और अधर्म की जंग थी। जितना जिसका एक मंत्र, एक ही उमंग थी। जीतना जिसका एक मात्र उमंग थी, सिर्फ जीतना चाहते थे, उसमें कुछ नहीं। आज मैं अच्छाई और बुराई के बीच खड़ा हूं। आज मैं अच्छाई और बुराई के बीच खड़ा हूं। हर बार इंसानियत के लिए ही लड़ा हूं। संघर्ष जिंदगी की मजबूरी है। संघर्ष जिंदगी की मजबूरी है। लड़ना तो पड़ेगा जिसने जीना जरूरी है। लड़ना तो पड़ेगा अगर जीना जरूरी है। जंग में तबाही का कोई अंदाज नहीं होता। जंग में तबाही का कोई अंदाज नहीं होता। जो कुछ कल था वो आज नहीं होता, सबको खत्म हो जाता है। ऐसे में विकल्प बस एक है। उसका रास्ता बता रहा हूं कि ऐसे में विकल्प बस एक है। अमन को अपनाना ही विशेष है। नफरत और क्रूरता, क्रूरता बोलते हैं या आतंकवाद को, नफरत और क्रूरता को त्यागना होगा। भाईचारे को विचार में जागना होगा। तभी मानव का बाकी समाज बचेगा। तभी मानवों का बाकी समाज बचेगा। जो कुछ कल था वही आज बचेगा। तो विकल्प क्या है? अमन। ये सारी कविता का सार है अमन। अमन ही हमें करना पड़ेगा, हर सूरत में करना पड़ेगा। नमस्कार, धन्यवाद।
अमन हर सूरत का करना पड़ेगा, बिल्कुल सर। और जंग लड़ना पड़ेगा। हम अपने आप से, हम अपने आप से खुद से लड़ना पड़ेगा। बहुत को उम्दा रचना पेशकश आपका। प्लीज गिव a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Veterans Army Man Colonel Gopal Purdhani. Please welcome Richard,
Get
please.
well, Colonel Gopalji, my very best wishes for your good health.
Yes, sir. I couldn't get you, sir.
I was wishing you
Thank,
the continued love of Brahman so that your
thank
health
you.
gets well.
Thank you. Thank you. As long as I breathe, I am with all of you and I love you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, Richard Spisak.
Thank you, brother. An honor to be here among this fine group of poets. You bring the best poets to your banquet, brother. It's an honor to be here. This is it's a lighthearted piece about a scientific mistake. Once upon a time, those of us who love the idea of dinosaurs and go to museums and look at great skeletons of old dinosaurs, we thought of a dinosaur that was called the Brontosaurus. But as science grows and improves, it was discovered that there's actually no such thing as a brontosaurus, that what we called brontosauruses were just teenage diplodocuses. And in thinking about that, I thought, it's one thing to be extinct, but it's another thing to even be robbed of extinction. So I wrote this. It's called the Bronto I Never Saurus. Oh, Bronto, so sorry, Saurus, not once but twice removed from us, not relinquished to museum rust, not languished piano weary neath a veil of dust, must while away the hours you trust, far away from us, you twice. It isn't really very. Not only do you no longer live, not now, in that slim aware must give no live, because they said you never did, not even once did breathing live, deuce duncing life, not ever child, not ever wife, reclaimed once, it seemed, from ancient mire, now so short in hours retire, twitch tossed, great long-tailed beast, 500 tons, weaving through our imaginations your lumberings come. We thought you dumb. We saw you 10 elephants long. We never thought you hadn't come. 'Twas said, 'twixt head and tail, a bristly bundle of fibrous fun, you drove 2 brains instead of 1. You cheated death, you cheated grave, you never even really came. A mis-ID they now are knowing, heard from scientific newscasts crowing. Now they know, now seem saying, those in whose minds you once seemed playing. 200 tons, a slowly moving mountain of mistake. You'd never nuzzle the reeds at the lake. You never puzzled at volcanic passion. You didn't stumble through the marshy morning while midst munching grasses muffle yawning. You didn't hug the sunlight's strength. You never stretched your tail its length. If you live lusty longer in the mind of those to whom the thought of Bronto comes, small pleasure this, then take it comes. You're honored here, if ever future number ancient fossils done. The Bronto I never saw.
Ancient fossils gone to Saros. Wonderful, is take off. Dina sir, want to say something? It's absolutely pleasure.
Yeah, that was lovely. Very good. Brontosaurus. Would think that anyone would write a poem about a dinosaur, especially Brontosaurus. Yeah. Sorry, should I go now?
Yes, give a round of applause, my dear friends, and please welcome Dr. Deena Padayachee.
Okay, I'm going to start off with a little quotation, which I felt very strongly about, and I think most people feel very strongly about this kind of idea. The fact that people are very frightened of God, especially in my part of the world, but they happily torment people in God's name. So irony obviously will really strike, I think, most people. Okay, now I think South Africa is just about the last country on earth to have actually managed to get out of the clutches of legal racism and that sort of thing. We've only got our the African term is uhuru in 1994. So here we are, and there's a whole lot of people who have been lived through the apartheid education system. In a sense, we're still exposed to apartheid media, apartheid newspapers, because these newspapers and TV stations and all are run by people who were educated during apartheid. And they blissfully colonized, but don't even realize that they colonized. So they will use the term boy for a grown person. And that's really sad, that people would do that. So I wrote a poem about this, and I'm afraid it's going to strike a bit of a discordant note, but it is what it is, and I think it's important to just put it out there, and people can engage with it as they see fit. It's called Colonized. To see living, breathing, lively flesh transmutated by colonized, conquered apartheid academics, colonial curricula, imperial media, all into lifelessness. To see caricatures of the conquistadors betray their own. To see the dead strut, shout, and savage their people. To see eyes lose their luster and see the zeal of the zombie flaunt its sightlessness. To see the soul entombed by the shroud and feel the pulse flee the stone heart. To see the backbone break and the illuminating mind turn into mutton. To see lustrous love turn into demeaning dust. To see the spirit shackled by alien minds and see humans become inhuman, their minds conquered by the dogma and the claws of the conquered. To see proselytizing, cancerous, colonizing viruses forever rejecting themselves, rejecting their identity, rejecting their heritage, and being less than they are for all of this one brief life. Thank you.
You always get to listen something, get to, learn something new from you, sir. Legal, what is a racism? That is what.
Yeah, yeah. It's racism that has the authority of the law.
Really. Roopali ma'am, please, yes,
Yes,
go ahead. Please go ahead, ma'am.
In fact, it's very important that we still continue to remember the things that were done to us as colonized nation. I have a book called Twice Colonized: Women in African Literature, which looks at women during post-colonial Africa. And I've done some work on Alex Laguma, who's a South African writer. And this legalized, what I used to always say that I don't even know how to pronounce apartheid, because it's so repugnant. The word is so disgusting.
Yeah.
That I don't even know how to pronounce it. But Ngugi wa Thiong'o just passed away, the Kenyan writer.
Yes.
And his book, Decolonizing the Mind, Decolonizing the Mind, is very famous and in the barrel of my pen. And he really wrote those books in which, I think that African writers have been very powerful in showing what colonization has done, so that the inheritors are also perpetrating it, So you have the black faces and the white masks, They're the same people, People haven't changed. And the pedagogy of the oppressed. So these are important poems that you read, dear poets. They're very important because I think that the history of our nations must come out. We must know about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your input, Mrs. Gaur.
Thank you, sir. Even I get to have this word colonized curriculum. So that is what Very new thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Roopali. Thank you,
Thank,
Deena sir, for reading out and
thank,
sharing out.
thank you.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Deena. Please welcome Landry.
Right. Let's bring it up. Yeah, I don't think Dr. Roopali heard my piece last week. I touched on that particular problem. I think Deena recognized that I was touching on it. In quest of my true home, I wish to surmount my fears, transform despair into sunlight, teach my insecurity to walk on visions, and have faith in my tomorrows. Let the tears of my heart be of joy, not weeping. I wish to burn the flames of light on past regrets, to find meaning in a silence grown only from the storms of struggle. Wisdom knocks upon the corridors of my soul. I long to smell the pink carnations of summer. I am the breath of a note in love's mysterious symphonies, still learning to waltz, to get this sweet and myriad cadences in full flow. The seeds of my yearning are not infertile, only temporarily unharvested, awaiting the sustenance of light to rise again. I am the beloved songbird, asking over and over again, how long shall I endure this struggle? How long will it take the lapis lazuli of the moon to cleanse my shadows so I no longer see the darkness? Oh, love, day and night I reach, striving to touch your candescent robes, yet you elude me like clouds at night, hiding behind this veil of darkness. How I wish to be an eagle without restraint, soaring into the firmament of freedom. I am not a forebearer of ghostly silhouettes, but your sweet twinkling, glimmering stars. I long to glide like a golden phoenix, unencumbered, soaring on the golden thread of ancient memories. I wish to see the sun at its core and meaning, hear the earth sing, to fly like a winged Pegasus, ascending with the elegance of swans. I will strip rainbows open till yonder horizon burst with pride. Let my mystery be like that of cocoons, bustling with the miracle of butterflies, my dull life mingling with the majesty and grandeur adorned by the robes of your mystic pyramids. Then arise, sweet lion, go beyond the confines of insecurity and trepidation, of disparity and injustice. Rather would I have you blend with the wafts of lavenders and the redolence of jasmines, whistling with the breeze in the sacred tavern of the soul. Lantern says, bless me, sweet melody, for I am a spark of your light divine, still struggling to find my way home. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
What a wonder, what a beautiful imagery, sir. When knowledge knocks down at your corridors, and your beautiful phrases went into. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Acharya.
Dhanyavad, my Baiji, Dhanyavad.
Swarna is up next. Please welcome Swarna Sunkara.
Good morning from my side. So I wrote a couple of poems this week, and I'm going to read one of them. This is something I wrote when I was having a combination of spiritual angst and self-esteem issues. So here goes. God, I deserve heaven, and here is my argument. I stand before you, untouched, touched, a believer, a non-believer, a saint, a sinner. I stand before you, judging myself before you can. I stand before you with hope in my heart, powerful enough to shake the world and bring her to her knees. I stand before you, unable to articulate the meaning of life, but curious enough to seek it out. I stand before you, not as an enlightened being, but as an ordinary human, simply grateful to be touched by your hand. I stand before you, not just as an achiever of things, but also a lover of all things. I stand before you, not just as a holy person, but also a master manipulator of worldly things. I stand before you, humble enough to let life destroy any definition I have placed on myself, but also egoistic enough to think that I could have defined myself in the first place. I am an entity without boundaries. I'm connected to the sky, to the trees, to you, and all three remind me that despite feeling imperfect, I am in fact worthy of all things good, because I exist in a cosmos for which worthiness was never even a question.
That's really great. That's really great. You're really touched and touched. What a beautiful prayer. I mean, Dina
Very
sir.
sacred piece. I really loved the piece. Very sacred, very sanctified, very tatwamasi.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Swarna. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was. Hi, Martina. How are you doing? After a long gap, yeah. Please welcome Martina Gallegos. Please unmute your mic. Pat.
I'm trying to figure things out. See, it took me about, good morning, first of all, good morning. It's like almost 7 a.m. here. So it took me about 15 minutes to be able to log in. I was typing the wrong password, mistyping it, and then I log in and I find out my favorite dinosaur doesn't exist. That was my student's favorite dinosaur also, the Brontosaurus. So okay. This piece I wrote I guess at the beginning of last month, and it was supposed to be a collab with my daughter who paints. So there was an art exhibit, and she asked me, because it was like a mother-daughter, mother-son project, and she asked if I wanted to participate, and if I did that, she wanted me to write something. It just happened that the day of the event, or a couple of days before, I had a medical procedure. I wasn't sure I was going to make it, but I told her I was going to be ready just in case I did. And I was able to go, but she didn't have time to attach my poem to the art piece. But anyway, so, okay. And then I found out that I have another aneurysm in my brain. I go, oh, great. So here we are. I had about almost 13 years ago, I had a hemorrhagic stroke that almost ended my life. And I never really knew what caused it, but it was a bleeding stroke, so it had to be an aneurysm. And then now that I found out about this aneurysm, then I found out, yes, that I had but that's what had caused my stroke before I go, oh, and here I am. Okay, so this is called Hello Universe. And one of the lines my daughter used after I survived the stroke, because we had a very close relationship. And then something happened. We kind of fell apart. And now we're okay again. So I put that line in there. Okay. Hello, universe. I swam in mommy's womb like a gentle dolphin, but then played soccer like an angry shark. A loving whale calmed my rough ways. I was ready to begin my journey. I entered the universe almost a perfect 10. In my lungs exploded constellations. I greeted the world with a full moon and a headful of ebony flowers. I threaded life cautiously with joy, with Mom always by my side. There were moments of happiness and moments of pain and challenges. Only the strong can survive. We traveled rough seas and climbed mountain peaks, but we never gave up on our pursuit of our dreams. We became stronger through sorrow and grief, but in the end, we came together to become like the ring on the finger we once were. Thank you.
I like your spirit, Martina. I like your spirit, and it is very touching. And you're a resilient soul, I would say. You're a resilient soul.
Agreed. Please get well. Please get well. We all fall sick from time to time. Our own physical challenges, emotional and social challenges in the world today. I wish you Godspeed for a great recovery.
I go first the brontosaurus that doesn't exist, and somebody that talks about racism, something that I have felt in the flesh almost all my life, and especially since I came to the country where I reside right now, the great United States of America. Every day of my life, racism in the flesh. So this is like a summary of my life every day here. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Martina. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Maria.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Happy to be with you all after a brief absence. Thanks for the invite, Prasanna, and thanks for joining us on another session of the Fertile Brains platform. My poem for today, the title is Mother. Mother. A name sweet on the lips of a young babe girl that learned to utter the word mother, to ask for a kiss and a milk bottle to drink. Of course, before the sleep, a lullaby mother always sings. Mother does not leave her kids alone. She takes care of her offspring. She feels like being on a relay, hazard to pass and leave behind, an eye on the children while she's on Dutch at the home office. She's full-time worried about her children. Time thoughts depend on mothers, and mothers have to deal with double work. If the baby cries, maybe she's hungry or ache in the belly. My goodness, mother has a report to finish. The boss will call her attention soon. Thanks heaven, most of companies have hybrid work, home office as well as office hours. Works most of the time very productive. If work hours not stricken to time, and if children are growing up, mothers are aging in a blink of eyes. Mothers from dusk to dusk return. Sadness in the hearts, offspring shed tears. Mothers in heaven, they will be always loved and never forgotten. Thank you very much for listening to my piece. Wish you all a very, very good week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. That is a lovely poem. We have with us who is celebrating a birthday, and let us join me in wishing her birthday. She writes immensely. I mean, like consistently. Her name is Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Many happy returns of the day, ma'am. Please, many happy returns. Please, you can unmute your mics and please wish her birthday wishes. All you can. Yes, she is a
Happy
regular
birthday,
participant.
Dr. Gangalaxmi.
Yes,
May
happy
your
Happy
soul be
birthday.
birthday,
filled
Dr.
with beauty and light.
Gangalaxmi. Many
Many
returns of the
happy
day.
returns of the day,
Happy birthday,
Maria.
Dr. Gangalaxmi.
Happy birthday,
Very
ma'am.
happy returns of the day.
Many happy returns of the day, ma'am.
आप जियो हजारों साल तालियां बजाओ ना भाई
तो
क्लैप्स
तालियां बजा रहे हैं ना, माइक बंद कर दिए.
Happy birthday, Madam Gangalaxmi Patnaik.
Happy birthday, ma'am.
Prasanna, I just wanted to make a very small comment on Maria's poem, the one on she's spoken about what mothers do, because it's just brought to my mind that when my mother passed away, I was very young, and I remember my friend wrote to me and she said, I won't say rest in peace because no mothers ever rest in peace, even after they go away to heaven. Because I can't imagine your mother resting in peace. So that's true what you have recited today.
And I also and I also believe that mothers never age. Mother will remain.
Yes.
So on that note,
That's right, Dr. Roopali. That's right. Mothers never rest. They always watching for us.
That's true. It's a wonderful poem.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
But once again, I would love to, wish Gangalaxmi ma'am many returns of the day, and wish you have lots of joy in your life. Thank you, ma'am. Please give a round of applause to Maria, and please welcome Alexandra Psaropoulou. Alexandra Psaropoulou.
Is that your dog, Kumar? Okay, this is just a short poem. Let's see. Sometimes I write a poem, simple and light, without complex theories and thoughts of salvation. Simple and light, without weighing the cataclysms and epiphanies of humanity. Simple and light, without yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's desires. Simple and light, as if we have entered the absolute sanctuary. Thank you.
That's it. Very short piece, Alexandra. As maybe like
Reads like an ancient tooth, right? It's short, but it says so much.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's the shortest piece of Alexandra's.
Yeah.
You must believe that.
Yeah. Better than 300 politicians sit around the table and going in all directions.
So that was, please give a round of applause, my dear friends. How about Isaac Cohen? Isaac. So we have a new poet today, so let's welcome her, Miss Sunita Reddy. Let's join us.
Good evening, all of you. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. Just yeah, actually, I want to say, sir, that this is really a nice platform to encourage the creative thinkers like me. I appreciate all your efforts. And here is my poem. Actually, I wrote it out of my experiences, recent and past experiences. The people who ask me that you struggle a lot to do for the children, but why can't you get any awards? Of course, you get compliments and appreciations, admirers, but not any awards like that from the authorities. So recently I wrote a poem. Humiliations are gifted. This is my title to the poem. I desire to reach each learner to water all plants in the garden. I desire to reach each learner to water all plants in the garden. Bound to try my best to endure, enrich little minds that ensure. Bound to try my best to endure, enrich little minds that ensure. Always work out to child's favor, motivate them to learn with fervor. Always work out to child's favor, motivate them to learn with favor. Knew that this world is impure, to obstruct and distract for sure. Knew that this world is impure, to obstruct and distract for sure. Want to make clear the people who question. Want to make clear the people who question. Answering such people is not my intention. Answering such people is not my intention. All through years, got no awards to procure, received precious gratitudes to treasure. All through years, got no awards to procure, received precious gratitudes to treasure. May not crowned by authorities officially, build temples in students' hearts personally. May not crowned by authorities officially, build temples in students' hearts personally. So, humiliations are to be celebrated. Definitely, the fruitful efforts will be gifted. So, humiliations are to be celebrated. Definitely, the fruitful efforts will be gifted. Thank you.
Your efforts will always be celebrated, man. And you need not have to feel, downside of that anyway. But yes, that is good. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That newly joined Sunita. Please give a round of applause. Please welcome Rinal Kanti Ghosh. Mr. Sir, please unmute your mic.
Snowy storms. Can you hear?
Please go ahead.
Can you hear, please? Can you hear?
Please go ahead, sir.
Snowy storms. Snowy storms. The clouds are silent and blazing. Melancholy night beautifies the forest. Rootless clouds are crazy and beautiful. Nights are dark. The snowy storms are falling near my windows. So beautiful was that night. My second poetry, Evening Crowds. In the evening crowds, the sea is roaring. The sky is silent and mournful. Lonely sea is dark. Flowing sea is full of joy and beautiful. Gracious atoms are so nice here, like a charming flower. The boundless crazy evening are nice and charming. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. Beautiful imagery, short and sweet pieces. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Shobha Deshpande. Miss Shobha Deshpande. Ma'am, unmute your mic. Please welcome Mr. Laxman Rao. Please unmute your mics. Please unmute your mics.
So good evening, everybody. I've been missing every now and then, I believe so. So it's nice. Today I could find some time. And sir, and the other fellow poets, I would like to discuss a certain topic wherein AI has taken its place. Where most of the poets, they are trying their hands on AI, trying their poems through AI, and they just try to proclaim themselves as if like a great writers through. It's nice like once in a while like they try to take a word through AI or else through some dictionary or through any other means, but they are trying to make out, bring out or create a poem through AI itself. So based on that context, like I've written this poem, so hope you will understand and appreciate it. Cool, here it goes. Who wants to write a verse on their own? Who wants to write a verse on their own and wants to explore his own expression? AI comes in aid for the mediocre mind. AI comes in aid for the mediocre mind, where the mechanics are machine made, where the mechanics are machine made. We may ask the brain or the mind to think and create, where the emotional intelligence takes a backseat, allowing artificial intelligence to create. And we may ask the brain or the mind to think and create, where the emotional intelligence takes a backseat, allowing artificial intelligence to create. The creativity may seize its sensible faculty. The creativity may seize its sensible faculty. The senses and the sensibilities emote the emotions, as words find their way for versifying the verses. How do you gauge your own IQ if you rely on AI? How would you gauge your own IQ if you rely on AI? And how would you discover the creative side of your own psyche? And how would you discover the creative side of your own psyche? Creativity, you are on the verge of collapse or recreation. Creativity, you are on the verge of collapse or recreation. Hope you would reform and rediscover you in the human minds. Hope you would reform and rediscover in the human minds. So this was the short poem here. So in the final two lines, I'm just, I'm in a very much in a dilemma mode, wherein I say like, creativity, you are on the verge of collapse or recreation. I don't know whether you are in the collapse mode or else you are trying to recreate yourself. Hope you would reform and rediscover in the human minds. So this is what I could end up with. So I just want Mr. Lanton sir or else Roopali ma'am or Deena sir to put bring in their insights about this poem. Yeah. More than a poem, it's a topic of discussion. I can say this.
Indeed, it's a topic of discussion. Sir. It's
Yeah.
a topic of discussion. So, who would you like to share your view?
Why not?
It's Lantern or Lantern, Acharya, Roopali ma'am. Yes. you could say.
I think Lantern should show us the way.
I'm not very well today. You know, I like to, when I speak, by nature, I'm using a lot of energy. And it wears me down more when I'm not well. My body is exhausted.
Oh, cool.
Well, thank you, Laxman, for this poem, which has emanated from your many discussions and listening to much poetry in the last couple of months from poets from all over the world, I could make out. Yes, creativity is taking a back seat and the artificial intelligence is taking over. And it's a pity. It's sad because we really need poetry to keep our mental health going. And if we're going to depend upon artificial, the very word artificial intelligence itself is very disturbing to a poet like you, you know, especially because you write from your heart and you're very, very critical about the things that you write. So I understand. So this poem has has a lot of meaning for us, and it's a warning. I think you're warning us. You're warning us of all the problems that are going to come.
Yeah, whether we are in the collapse or recreation mode. And apart from this, ma'am, like I mentioned, like an emotional intelligence has taken a backseat as well.
Yes.
Even the emotional intelligence of a person, even that has taken a backseat. Okay, because that instinctiveness is fading away. Like we are just giving form to the mechanics of the materialistic world, or else the computers, or else the gadgets. We can say. You just put in some few words and just try to come out with some 5 lines and try to create a poem saying like, this is my creation. This is what happening. nowadays.
Yeah,
Exactly,
thank you
sir.
so much.
Exactly. We have this concern as well. Thank you,
Yeah,
I
Lakshman.
would say that Lakshman is a very kind, he's always been a very kind and sensitive soul, is similar to me in so many ways, really. Very kind
No,
soul,
sir, no.
great heart.
You are still on a higher level, sir. To reach you, like, it's take time.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Lakshman. Please welcome Miss Anita Panda. Miss Anita Panda. Miss Anita Panda, yes.
Thank you, Prasanna ji. Good evening, good morning to all my esteemed fellow co-poets from across the world. It's a pleasure and honor to be on this amazing platform each time. My poem is titled Petrichor, a prelude to the monsoons knocking in India. I hope I'm audible. Petrichor. They fall softly, quietly, fascinating, with a sudden, abrupt, but welcome outburst, cascading in pearly, glistening drops, like wet kisses from the heavens, drenching the parched, brittle, and hungry earth, penetrating into its very core, unleashing a heady, earthy, sensuous aroma, wafting up deep from within its bowels, spreading a heady fragrance, scenting the famished and aching earth. Ah, petrichor in my senses, like ichor that flows in the veins of Greek gods that fall on the Petra, breaking the long reign of the cruel summer spell. Ah, petrichor in my veins, teasing and tantalizing the senses into an orgasm as I gaze up in awe at the dark, threatening, ominous sky, heralding the scent of first welcome rains. I watch the peacock break into a spectacular mating dance, flaunting its brilliant plumage. Ah, petrichor in my senses. I gaze at the leaves quivering in delight, the blades of grass and trees swaying joyfully in the moist air. I feel the coil abruptly calm and silent, chastened and subdued suddenly by the onslaught of petrichor. I inhale deeply of the wet, scented air like a yogini in meditation, ripe and mesmerizing, with a wet and earthy scent, drenched to the core in the drizzling downpour. Ah, petrichor for my thirsting body, mind, and soul. Thank you.
Wow. I love this beautiful piece. I like the flavor of, petrichor. Beautiful. You got it up. Wonderful, ma'am. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Miss Anita Panda. Please welcome Isaac Cohen. Isaac, please. Here you go, vanish. And Shobha, ma'am. Roopali Sarkar, ma'am. Dr. Roopali Sarkar Gaur, please, ma'am.
Okay. You can't find somebody, you find me. Thank you so much, Prasanna.
That is an order, man. It is an order.
मैं बोलूं प्रसन्ना जी, रूपाली जी बोले.
आप बताइए, आप तो छा गए हैं. Thank you so much for all that you did for Fertile Brains in Hyderabad. And जिस तरह से आपने सब कुछ संभाला, we're so grateful to you.
मैं आपका भी याद करे वहां पर. आप प्रत्यक्ष रूप में थे, आप प्रत्यक्ष रहे तभी बहुत अच्छा लगा.
आप पढ़िए, आप प्लीज आप read and then I'll read.
ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है मैडम, आप पढ़िए. वही एकदम
Hardly matter. Shall I read, Prasanna? आप बताइए.
पढ़िए. आप पढ़ने के बाद मैं पढ़ूंगी.
Okay. Now this poem, I just submitted it last night at around, I think almost midnight. That was the deadline, to a magazine which takes in poems on mental health. So this poem emanates from This poem emanates from the insomnia and the crowding of thoughts, unrelated and past, which keep me awake all night. I often hear my women friends talking about their restless, unhappy nights. It's the haunting and often deep anxiety that seems to surface when the rest of the world has gone to sleep. So the poem is called Anxious Night. All night, the raindrops kept playing its anxious notes on the tin terrace. It was no lullaby. Sleep eluded me. The hard drops of rain tapped into my brain, keeping me wide awake. Seems somebody wants to get inside my head. They all do. Get there and drill into my brain. Sleep got out of bed barefoot and went to the window. Moved the curtain and looked out. The winds were blowing up a storm. In the drizzling rain, I mistook the street lamp for the moon. The clouds were rushing and the trees bent to touch the earth. A strange and eerie sight indeed. The night was celebrating itself while I sat huddled in the inky blackness of the tiny dark room. Each night, I hugged the storm inside of me, inviting sleep, swallowing a nightmarish pill. I feel safe indoors. There are no anxious monsters here. Ask the rat who hides here and the spider who spins a web inside my head. They will tell you. They'll tell you about me. Thank you.
That was profound, ma'am. So melted. Important. Yeah. If anybody would like to react on that. Laxman Rao, sir, please.
I think it's an incredibly beautiful poem. I mean, she's talking about raindrops, and raindrops are so dear to me. I have an affinity with raindrops, but she's presenting it in a very different way, and and it relates to the storms of life. And she talks about the web in her head. I thought she was talking, like shadow. I would say shadows. She's talking what came over to me like the cobwebs in her head, and so she's presenting that, although to me there is that beauty in the raindrops, there is something else going on. So even the raindrops itself cannot convey the meaning that it should. I may be wrong because there's something else going on. But I like the idea of raindrops. And there was another image she used. The 2 or 3 images are quite beautiful. I like them very much.
Thank you so much, Lantern. And thank you, Anita, because your poem is my poem.
That was nice.
Is it's just the opposite, because the night keeps you awake sometimes, and I guess we have to be like the kind of poetry that you write, where you can smell the fragrance of the earth. That's the way to live. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, all that I can say is like poets are like night owls. Like they get fascinated, imaginative, or else they get excited in the nights. When everything sleeps, like a poet awakes his mind as well.
Shila?
So that's how like your poem brought in the significance of being alive in the darkness. So that was great, ma'am. Fact.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And thank you, Laxman, sir. Thank you, Landra. Please give a round of applause. Please welcome Dr. Ms. Shobha Deshpande.
वनक्कम, नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल सभी को, प्रसन्ना जी को स्पेशल, और लक्ष्मण राव को, दीपाली मैडम को, और सभी कवि श्रेष्ठों को नमस्ते करते हुए मैं परसों सावर जी का बर्थडे हुआ था। आज तो माता पिता का है, लेकिन अब वीर सावर जी के बारे में बोलूंगी। छोटे छोटे या विशेष दिवशी 28 को हुआ था उनका बर्थडे। या विशेष दिवशी वीर सावरकर यांचा भारतवरील प्रेमाबद्दल आणि आपल्या स्वातंत्र्यासाठी त्यांना केलेल्या बलिदानाबद्दल त्यांना अभिनंदन करूया. वीर सावरकरजीच्या जयंतीला खूप खूप शुभेच्छा. ये हिंदी का शीर्षक वीर सावरकर. मुमकिन नहीं काल कठोरी, मुमकिन नहीं काल कोठरी, आसान नहीं तप में तपना, आसान नहीं तप में तपना, ये भारत तुमको याद करेगा, ये भारत तुमको याद करेगा, असंभव है सावरकर बनना, असंभव है सावरकर बनना. आजीवन सही है यातनाएं, आजीवन सही है यातनाएं, बरसों तक वो पीड़ा सहना, बरसों तक वो पीड़ा सहना, चेहरे पर एक चमक रहती, चेहरे पर एक चमक रहती, असंभव है सावरकर बनना, असंभव है सावरकर बनना. अन्याय के खिलाफ लड़े हैं वो, अन्याय के खिलाफ लड़े हैं हो, राष्ट्रवाद के साथ खड़े हैं वो, राष्ट्रवाद के साथ खड़े हैं जो, काला पानी को सहे जो, काला पानी को सहे जो, वीर सावरकर है वो, वीर सावरकर है वो. कोयले के लिख दी, कोयले से लिख दी, कविताओं को दीवारों पर, कविताओं को दीवारों पर, स्वाभिमान की ये जंजीरें मांगे, स्वाभिमान के ये जंजीरें मांगे, आजादी भारत की माताओं पर, आजादी भारत की माताओं पर, काला पानी की सजा में इतिहासी है, काला पानी की सजा में इतिहासी है, समझा भारत माँ आजादी की प्यास है, समझा भारत माँ आजादी की प्यास है. ऐसे देशभक्त वीर सावर जी को, ऐसे देशभक्त वीर सावर जी का ये भारत हर पल अभिलाषी है, ये भारत हर पल अभिलाषी है, ये भारत हर पल अभिलाषी है. सावर जी का.
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent. Nice tribute.
धन्यवाद आपको.
आपको धन्यवाद, ma'am, for that all you have done, for the poetry meet held in Hyderabad. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends.
धन्यवाद. रूपाली मैडम सबको स्वागत कर रहे हैं कि सभी लोग आना, फॉरेनर्स और आप भी. ऑल आर वेलकम टू हैदराबाद.
जरूर आएंगे मैम, जरूर आएंगे.
धन्यवाद.
Please give a round of applause and please welcome Mr. Sreedharan Parokode.
ठीक है.
Am I audible, Ji?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. My poem was Dim Shadows. Dim Shadows. I like my shadow in an augmented spirit, since it loves me and accompanies me on certain moments. It doesn't like my fall and my appearance in vague and oddities. It leaves me when I am in the dark portion of uncertain life, and so that it is not visible. In light, it speaks as I do, but in certain moments it grows bigger than me, and it disturbs me inexplicably. Thank you.
It was inexplicable, yes, indeed. Sometimes you not get a catch hold of it.
Yeah.
Not sometimes. Many times. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Sreedharan Parokode. Please welcome Isaac Cohen. Isaac, please turn on your mic. Isaac, please welcome Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Turn on your mic, ma'am. Please turn on your mic, ma'am.
Good evening, friends. Myself, Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik, going to present rendition and it's a prayer to Lord Jagannath. I thank God for the gift of life and blessings I have received, and then pray, Lord, for continued health, happiness, and guidance in the coming year, because today is my birthday. My poem runs like this. The title is Prayer for Joy and Peace. It sculpted an excitement in me, animates to share prayer to Lord on occasion of my birthday from bright waters of time. It sculpted an excitement in me, animates to share prayer to Lord on occasion of my birthday from bright waters of time. I have been worshipping Lord Jagannath, who protects, keeps me from harm, physically, mentally, spiritually, sculpting smiles of fragrances on my face. I have been worshipping Lord Jagannath, who protects, keeps me from harm, physically, mentally, spiritually, sculpting smiles of fragrances on my face. Always I pray for the well-being of the universe. Stumble or fumble, Lord is very near and dear to me. In trials and tribulations, in faith and chorus, always I pray for the well-being of the universe. Stumble or fumble, Lord is very near and dear to me. In trials and tribulations, in faith and chorus, I convey humble obeisance unto him for evil's elimination, to open windows of his heaven, pour blessings, remove life's gloominess, and elevate jubilance. I convey humble obeisance unto him for evil's elimination, to open windows of his heaven, pour blessings, remove life's gloominess, and elevate jubilance. Now, this is the end of my presentation. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Many happy returns, as I know, once again, and please keep writing and please keep inspiring. What would I say? Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. But I wonder, why does Mrinal Kanti Ghosh sir's mic turns on always, and it keeps distracting. I have to, remove you, sir. That is what it's keep coming and it's keep distracting. That is what I'm afraid to say that. Please welcome Isaac Cohen.
Right. Yes. Yes. Dear Kumar, dear Roopali, dear all my friends in the world, have a Shavuot holiday and all the best. Isaac Cohen, love. I love you. The carousel wires on till our minds calm down. And Mr. Cohen, Isaac Cohen, a beautiful world. I saw a beautiful world. Angels of the throne hovered around me. A ring of joint hands formed, connected with a sensation of peace. Babies and children enjoyed the pure air. God conducted the child. Oh God, it is a marvelous sight. I wish it will last forever. And I hope the peace will come soon and all the people live with peace and love. Only peace. Thank you.
Peace and love only. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you for coming out and narrating audio, presenting your pieces. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Miss Somdatta Mitra.
Good evening, everyone. It's again the weekend, and I feel really ecstatic to join the bandwagon here on Fertile Brains. Thanks to Mr. Prasanna for giving the opportunity. And today my poem relates to one of the very famous Bengali song written by the Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore. যদি তোর নাম শুনে ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে. It means if somebody doesn't want to escort you or nobody wants to escort you when you want them to move, then please move alone. You do not need anybody's support. You are yourselves. You are the strength of yourself, and you can move with equal, strength and confidence. So my poem relates to this song, and the title I have given is "The Bard of Bengal." A polymath shining to glory, the whispers of the songs echo for its legendary, intertwining with complexities of society. Poetry, short stories, drama, music, and literature seemed an aurora. Delving deep into the history of Indian art and culture, Rabindranath Tagore explored emotions in drama and literature. An invasion that social reform can reshape Bengali literature and music with his unique style. Ennobled the painter who gained global attention and laud with his immense capacity to amaze through his creative bent. A playwright, composer, philosopher in him glorified as a novelist and an essayist in a delight. The Bard of Bengal was the first non-European Nobel laureate in the world, awarded Nobel Prize being the first Asian in literature for Gitanjali. His works are manifestations of rhythmic, optimistic, and lyrical nature, wide range of dramatic styles and emotions that appeal to a core idea, a break from the prior Bengali drama, a vision that sketches his magnificence in a plethora of distinguished literary albums today. Some lines still echo, like a nightingale's sweet melody and reminiscence of his voice, reach the heights of glory with pultitudinous feet. Never expect others to escort you with a greet. You can move alone with your confidence and strength. Bold, unstoppable away from the petty life dices. Free yourself from the chains of emotional catharsis. Dive and delve into the spiritual self. To see the Vinast, you as a remarkable savant. Just march alone and instill a strong faith in your abilities. His strong voice sprinkled national sentiments. Rabindranath Tagore's impact extended promotion of national integration. With cultural pride, his nationalist ideas evoked freedom movement's intellectual landscape, creating national anthems of India and Bangladesh, heroes to fame. To be acknowledged as Vishwa Kavi Gurudev and Kavi Guru, his vision for education unconventional, emphasizing a holistic approach, harmonized nature, arts, and intellectual pursuits. Thank you. There it ends.
Ekla Cello, Ekla Cello, Ekla Cello. Really, what an energetic performance, and I think beautiful addition, I would say. It was a tribute to Rabindranath Tagore, Vishwa Guru, Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Miss Somdatta Mitra. Please welcome Miss Sophia. Miss Sophia. Miss Sophia Moses Devarakunda. Please unmute your mic, ma'am. Miss Sophia Moses Devarakunda. Please unmute your mic. Kindly unmute your mic.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I thank you all once again for giving me this opportunity today. And sir, am I audible, sir, first of all?
Yes, ma'am. You perfect.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you all dignitaries who are gracing the platform. And Fertile Brains, once again, I thank you. And today, I want to tell something about my dad's bicycle because it's the World Bicycle Day today. And my dad's cycle is not just a cycle, and I want to tell something about that. So, cycle isn't just a cycle, it's my dad's story on two wheels. His legs soared high gloriously as he started on his companion, the light blue hero, and glided on it with grace. She whispered many tales about the shiny pebbles tune and the prickly thorns that pricked. My dad soothed it with its tunes. It was a sight amiable, as the spokes of the tires spoke with a silver metallic sheen, and danced in circles as he whistled songs of Kishore Kumar and Ghantasala. Sweet maiden who stole my heart, when will you come, my dream queen? As the rider sang to his friend, the cycle swayed to the rhythmic song. The bell tinkled with joy at the gentle press of his thumb, and the brakes he strung like the strings of a guitar. Singing duets, the hero and my hero. She carried vegetable bags of her master on her carrier, lighted the roads as he strode, and the twinkling stars laughed to see the heroes on a cycling spree. And coming to destiny, he slowly slid down his legs from the pedal, giving a soft friction and a soft touch to the brakes, smooth friction with a screech of tires. The story continued till Dad left us. He caressed the seat one last time. My hero, both whispered soulfully. Dad went to God. Now solitary his cycle stand in the cycle shed to sing solo songs to her solo mate. Thank you, one and all.
Wow, what a wonderful place. A very touching and a beautiful description, ma'am. Wonderful. My hero and the hero and my hero. Wonderful. Excellent review. Excellent.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Sophia Moses Devarakunda. Please welcome Miss Heera Nawaz.
My audible?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Prasanna sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, please go ahead, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Miss Heera Nawaz, and I would like to recite a poem on Jesus Christ, our Savior. I was very keenly listening to Roopali ma'am and Anita ma'am's poems on
I'm sorry.
He acquired high-sounding degrees, yet he was used public speaking, fine arts, but yet was designated as preacher. He possessed no medical pedagogy, yet he is lovingly called one who heals. An empathetic, beautiful soul who with purpose magically feels. He had no doctoral degrees, yet he is followed by Christians worldwide singing holy hymns. He was hung on a cross, nails dug into his hands and limbs. He taught people forgiveness. When someone slaps you on one cheek, to show the other. He implored people not to compare competitively with anyone, not even your sister and brother. He won no military battles physically, yet he triumphed in every spiritual fight. His luminous face radiated kindness and compassion, for from his face shone an aura so bright. He ruled no powerful nation, yet he is called the omniscient and omnipotent King. A beautiful soul, for even to this day, citizens spend Sundays in church worshipping. He committed no crime and was the epitome of salvation, forgiveness, and love. A perfect embodiment of the surreal ideal life agreed upon by the gracious God above. He was mercilessly betrayed, crucified, and buried in a tomb, but yet, surprise, he lives today. He rules people's hearts and souls as he urges them to seek God fastidiously and pray. His kingdom is not of this world, yet he lives in the hearts of he who believes. From mankind's treacherous sin, he forgives and loves them, and their pain he relieves. He offers no material wealth, yet we consider him the treasure of our lives. His teachings are enunciated in the Holy Bible, on which the religion of Christianity drives. When we grievously lie or sin, we just cannot look into those powerful, magnetic eyes. Can you imagine that a man born 2000 years ago helped our heartfelt dreams to materialize? In his weakness, we find ourselves coming to the validation that we are not weak but strong. Jesus was triumphant, not defeated, winning, not losing. And lastly, he was right, not wrong. We are washed and purified in his blood. Ironically, he was hung on a cross. Though he committed no sin, mankind has not been the same again, as millions of people worldwide swear by him. The story of Jesus Christ's redemption, love, and eternal life is now studied in theology and history. Yet the crucifixion and resurrection of the greatest man who ever lived will forever remain a mystery. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry about the video and audio. It just switched off. There's something wrong with my phone. So I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay. We'll have your poem and the epitome of salvation. Yes, indeed. Please give a round of applause, my dear friend. That was Miss Heera Nawaz. Please welcome Dr. Molly Joseph. Miss Dr. Molly Joseph.
Yeah, you caught me unawares. I was sitting and enjoying. Dear friends, I hope I'm audible enough. Am I? Yes? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good. Here in Kerala, We are having rains. We are having rains, torrential rains. And then, it was like schools are reopening tomorrow on June 2nd. And I have been invited as chief guest to one of the schools. It is a very exciting moment to meet children, with their new books, smelling their bags, their new umbrellas, everything. The newness writ large in their faces. So I thought of composing a poem. I would read it in Malayalam, only it is like a kind of a folk song to cheer them. And then only speak out, the message. First part is just creating the mood in the children. I'm sharing it with you since Sreedharan is here. It is an Nadan Pattu style, old folk song. പുത്തൻ പ്രതീക്ഷയുമായി സ്കൂളു തുറന്നേ, പുത്തനുണർവായി ഞങ്ങൾ പൈതങ്ങൾ വന്നേ. പുത്തൻ പ്രതീക്ഷയുമായി സ്കൂളു തുറന്നേ, പുത്തനുണർവായി ഞങ്ങൾ പൈതങ്ങൾ വന്നേ. കുത്തിയൊലിക്കും മഴ ഒന്നു കുറഞ്ഞേ, പുത്തൻ പ്രതീക്ഷയുമായി സ്കൂളു തുറന്നേ. മഴയിൽ കുളിച്ചു തോർത്തി ചെടികൾ ഉണർന്നേ, കിലുകില പാട്ടുകൾ പാടി കിളികൾ പറന്നേ. ഇക്കൊല്ലം സ്കൂളിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ നല്ലതു ചെയ്യും, പ്രകൃതിയെ കാത്തുപുലർത്തി വൃത്തി വരുത്തി. നന്ദി നിറഞ്ഞൊഴുകും ചിത്തവുമായി സ്നേഹവന്ദനം നൽകും അധ്യാപകർക്ക്. പുഞ്ചിരി പാലൊളി വീശി സ്കൂളു നിറയ്ക്കും, പാഠങ്ങൾ നന്നായി പഠിച്ചുന്നതി നേടും. പുത്തനുണർവായി ഞങ്ങൾ പൈതങ്ങൾ വന്നേ, പുത്തൻ പ്രതീക്ഷയുമായി സ്കൂളു തുറന്നേ. The lines mean that with new hopes we are coming, with new energy we are coming, and we want to do something good this year. And I want to tell them, these are days children, addressing children from primary to higher secondary school, they are getting under the influence of drugs, bad influences, everything. So the kind of a mood has to set in them that we are here to do good. We love the school, we love our parents, we love the world around. So that is the message I wanted to give to the students, and I'm looking forward to that. As I told you, I was just recovering from my, physical handicap, started attending certain invited talks like this because it gives me real bliss. Brushing against youngsters, especially school children, with all the newness written in their faces and enthusiasm to take the world. So dears, I was sorry I was away out with so many other things and I missed the Hyderabad thing. Usually in Hyderabad with Roopali ji and Prasanna, last year I could be there to release the book. I missed it because I was caught up in so many things. Otherwise, I would have planned my trip to my daughters there in Hyderabad. But it's really, really great sitting and listening to each voice here. I find my long lost friend, long time we are out of touch since Role was away. Richard Spivak, all these people are here. Thank you, Prasanna, for this great, great platform. This is the one platform that stands perennial. Unmesh started something, but he couldn't continue. But you are perseverant enough to keep it going. And for us, it is a window on the world for poets. Thank you so much. So happy, everyone, to be with you. All of you are really, really marvelous poets. I was enjoying it, each and every presentation. Thank you, Prasanna, once again.
Thank you, Master.
Let me say a word in connection with this, that tomorrow also I'm a chief guest in here at a school. And she says that everywhere we can see hope, expectations, and well-being, and we can say that goodness will be there.
Exactly.
No, Yeah. നാടിനു നല്ലൊരു സമ്പത്താവാൻ നല്ലതുപോലെ പ്രയത്നിക്കും ഇച്ഛയ്ക്കൊത്തു പറഞ്ഞു തരാനായി ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടവരുണ്ടാകും പോരായ്മകളിൽ കാലിടറാതെ പോകും ഞങ്ങൾ മുന്നോട്ട് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ കേട്ടു പഠിച്ചവയെല്ലാം കൊണ്ടു നടക്കും ഹൃദയത്തിൽ. Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Really, it is such an honor to have you both, on this and us, and getting to listen every week, or sometimes we miss us, but yes, we are there. You are there. We are all together. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Molly, ma'am. Dr. Sreedharan, sir. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Dr. Radhashri.
I am very much thankful to our Prasanna for giving me this opportunity. And this time I am bringing a small idea. When we are fighting, we are 5 and they are 100. But victory is ours because we are on the Dharma Patha. That when we are fighting with the enemy, we are 105. That means let us not criticize our own government by our own people. This is told by Dharmaraja. Now it is applicable to all the people in India. మనం 5 వాళ్ళు 100 మంది. మనలో మనకు యుద్ధం వస్తే మనదే గెలుపు, ఎందుకంటే మనది ధర్మపథం. కానీ బయటివాడు దండెత్తి వస్తే మనం 105. మన భేదాలు మరచి శత్రువుని ఎదిరిద్దాం అన్నాడు ధర్మరాజు. మనలో మనకు ఎన్ని విభేదాలైనా ఉండవచ్చుగాక, ఎందరో ఎందరినో ద్వేషించి కీడు కోరుకోవచ్చుగాక, ముఖం చూచుకొని విద్వేషం ఉండవచ్చుగాక, కానీ అన్నీ పక్కన పెట్టి పాకిస్తానును ఎదిరిద్దాం చివరిదాకా. మన నేతలు తలలేని వాడిగా ప్రదర్శిస్తారా? శత్రువుకు తొత్తులమై శత్రుభజన చేస్తారా? ఈ దేశంలో పుట్టి ఇక్కడి నీళ్లు తాగి ఇక్కడ పెరిగి ఇక్కడ బలవంతులమై శత్రువుకు కొమ్ము కాస్తారా? ఇక్కడ భిన్న సంస్కృతులు నాగరికతలు ఉండవచ్చుగాక, భిన్న వేషధారణలు ఆచారాలు ఉండవచ్చుగాక, భిన్నమైన భాషలు యాసలు ఉండవచ్చుగాక, కానీ మనం భారతీయులం, మనం ఈ దేశీయులం. అన్ని భాషల్లోనూ ఒకటే సంకల్పం, భారతవర్షే భారతఖండే మేర్భోహో దక్షిణ దిగ్వాగే. మంత్రం ఒకటే. ఆసేతు సీతనగ పర్యంతం ప్రతి ఇంటిలో ఆచరించే సత్యనారాయణ కథావ్రతం అన్ని భాషల్లోనూ ఒకటే. కులాలు, ఉపకులాలు, శాఖలు, ఉపశాఖలు, జాతులు, మతాలు, భాషలు, ప్రాంతాలు, ఉపప్రాంతాలు, నదీ జలాల పేరుతో కొట్టుకు చద్దాం. 75 ఏళ్ళుగా కొట్టుకుంటూనే ఉన్నాం, మళ్ళా కూడా కొట్టుకుందాం. కానీ శత్రువు వచ్చినప్పుడు మనమంతా ఒక్కటే. మనల్ని మనం విమర్శించుకోవద్దు. ప్రభుత్వం చేస్తున్న దాన్ని దీంట్లో ఖర్చెంత అని అడగొద్దు, దీంట్లో విజయం ఎంత అనేది చూద్దాం. Let us not ask, let us not criticize our own leader. Let us not ask for how much expenditure it has taken. But let us all feel pride that we have got victory against the evil forces. Let us not have infight between. We are all one. This is the essence of my poem. Thank you.
Let us stand united. Wonderful, sir. That's a great call. That's a great call, in fact, I would say. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Mr. Sai Chandrasekhar. Sir, please unmute your mic, please.
Sorry. Someone stole it. Good evening, sir. Good evening. Someone stole it. I sipped my milk, closed my eyes. A fleeting peace a word disguised. A finger lingers in my mouth. Mom's clothing binds my hand, but where is my mom? Upon the bed, on dad's chest, I lay cradled. The night is warm, yet I am enclosed. The bed still rests, the blanket stays, but dad is gone, a vanished gaze. They stand beside me, near yet far. Nobita lost like a fallen star. Doraemon too has slipped away, and when I wake, mere dolls remain. The bus now jerks, a sudden start, a shaken mind, a racing heart, a stern figure waits in nursery light. Yet in this world, I have lost my sight, for I am gone. That means disappearance of childhood by a child.
What a wonderful imagery, sir. What a wonderful imagery. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Very touching, very beautiful. Please give a round of applause and please welcome Miss Saraswati Poswal. Miss Saraswati Poswal. Ma'am, please unmute your mic.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. Thank you so much, Kumar.
Ma'am, unmute, please. Unmute.
Good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. Thank you so much, Kumar ji, for giving this opportunity. Okay, now I'll start with one of my Hindi poem today. It's on Jallianwala Bagh के शहीदी स्मृति पे है. हिंदी में कविता है. It's I'll recite that poem. जय हिंद. जय हिंद सभी को. उतरी धरती पर भोर की किरणें. उतरी धरती पर भोर की किरणें. चमका सूरज नभ के द्वार. चमका सूरज नभ के द्वार. कल की बरखा से धुली धरा. कल की बरखा से धुली धरा. साफ हुआ सारा संसार. साफ हुआ सारा संसार. सब पेड़ों ने ओढ़ी हरियाली. सब पेड़ों ने ओढ़ी हरियाली. महकी क्यारी मुस्काए फूल. महकी क्यारी मुस्काए फूल. झूम रहे सब पत्ते और डाली. झूम रहे सब पत्ते और डाली. प्रकृति सुगंधित शीतल धूल. प्रकृति सुगंधित शीतल और धूल. मंद मंद हवा बहे मन भावन. मंद मंद हवा बहे मन भावन. गूंजे गगन में मधुर तान. गूंजे गगन में मधुर तान. हटी धूल की परत भवनों से. हटी धूल की परत भवनों से. शुद्ध हुआ सारा वातावरण. शुद्ध हुआ सारा वातावरण. बोल रहा कुदरत का हर एक कोना. बोल रहा कुदरत का हर एक कोना. जागो अब नव आकाश में भर लो. जागो नव आशा अब आकाश में भर लो. जीवन के इस निर्मल पल में. जीवन के इस निर्मल पल में प्रकृति का नाद हृदय में संजोलो. प्रकृति का नाद हृदय में संजोलो. दिस वॉज रिटन ऑन द डे ऑफ शहीदी स्मृति दिवस पे लिखी थी मैंने कविता. तो उम्मीद है आपको पसंद आई होगी. अब मैं एक छोटा सा आपके समक्ष भजन पेश करना चाहूंगी. उम्मीद है आपको पसंद आएगा. तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए. तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए. भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को. भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को देखे और दिखाए. तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए. तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए. मन ही देवता मन ही ईश्वर. मन से बड़ा ना कोई. मन ही देवता मन ही ईश्वर. मन से बड़ा ना कोई. मन उजियारा जब जब फैले. जग उजियारा हो जब फैले. जग उजियारा हो. इस उजले दर्पण पर प्राणी उजले दर्पण पर प्राणी धूल न जमने पाए तुरा मन दर्पण कहलाए तुरा मन दर्पण कहलाए सुख की कलियां दुख के कांटे मन सबका आधार सुख की कलियां दुख के कांटे मन सबका आधार मन से कोई बात छुपे ना मन के नैन हजार मन से कोई बात छुपे ना मन के नैन हजार जग से चाहे भाग ले प्राणी जग से चाहे भाग ले प्राणी मन से भाग न पाए तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए भले बुरे सारे कर्मों को देखें और दिखाए तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए तोरा मन ही दर्पण कहलाए मन ही देवता मन ही ईश्वर मन से बड़ा ना कोई मन ही देवता मन ही ईश्वर मन से बड़ा ना कोई इस उजले दर्पण पर प्राणी इस उजले दर्पण पर प्राणी धूल न जमने पाए तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए तोरा मन दर्पण कहलाए नमस्कार उम्मीद है आपको पसंद आए होंगे दोनों भजन गीत और कविता दोनों ही अलग अलग है नेचर पे थी कविता जो मेरी थी इट वाज ऑन नेचर की जो कुछ हुआ है धरती पे जो भी हो रहा है जब बारिश होती है तो बरसात के साथ आने से बारिश आने से रेन होने से सारी और सूरज के किरणें आने से सब चमकदार हो जाता है एवरीथिंग शाइन्स ग्लिटरी नीट एंड क्लीन नजर आने लगता है और पेड़ों पे जो हरियाली जो ग्रीनरी the greenery that turns more green and bright with the sun rays and light और जो हवा चलती है उससे the breeze that blows that sprinkles the essence fragrance of flowers everywhere and the bhajan which I endured the song it's about heart of a person the whatever we are doing our acts our speech everything it comes from straight from our heart if it is pure it's like a mirror whatever reflection we pour on it it comes out on our face is reflection of our heart itself so we should keep it clean wherever we go whatever work we are doing so our heart is a mirror and it should reflect what your intentions are and it reflects truly whatever we want to our acts they should be for the humans humility and so on thank you so much this was my message in my poem okay, thank you so much everyone thank you so much
Lovely and beautiful singing. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That brings us to the end of the evening. I think I could read out a small piece. That's a perspective of a bird that, when it takes a flight. I take the flight as the day breaks with no motive to go forth. Yet my wings leap forward, fluttering my mood. I move ahead as aimless wanderer. Well, what's there for me in these selfish realms? Even the breeze got polluted with the airs of pride. Even the waters wasted in the scum of ruthless minds. I foraged to find to fill my tummy. Alas, found only specks of victuals smeared in the flour of sand. I am with no hunger, sunken my stomach. I feel no thirst, no taste buds, for there is no sensation of my senses. I am flying aimlessly, even exhausted by seeking answers, yet I am moving ahead with no life to live, aimless. Thank you for this session, and thank you for being a part of this. And please join us every Sunday, bringing in with your friends as well. Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you, Prasanna. And your poem says you fly aimless. I don't think so. I don't think you fly aimless at all.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a bird, raven. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, he has a fancy of flights. Like, he's always in his own imagination flight.